Welcome back to Washington Watch. I'm Tony Perkins, your host, the website, tonyperkins.com. All right, as promised, I want to address AOC and her comments. Last night, she did this extensive live social media post about why she was traumatized by the January 6th event at the Capitol, the riot. Now, I think she's obviously so focused on herself, but her babbling nonsense has to end. Here in part is what, I mean, this thing was like an hour or so long, but she is on this kick again that Josh Hawley, Ted Cruz, and others are responsible for these, lawless people who rioted at the Capitol. So here's a clip of what she had to say last night.
They have doubled down, and they said I did the right thing. And if I could go back, I would do it all over again. So that tells me that these people remain a present danger. Because what that tells me is that when given another window of political opportunity for themselves, even if they know that it means that it will endanger their colleagues, they will do it again. And that's the real reason why I think that Senator Josh Hawley needs to resign, why Senator Ted Cruz needs to resign, along with many others, because they will do it again.
What will they do again? Well, they will uphold their constitutional duty, as they did when they questioned the results of certain states that did not conduct their elections according to their own laws. So I hope that Josh Hawley and Ted Cruz and the others would do the same thing again. And this snowflake would just grow up. Now, to put this in context, let me play you a couple of clips from the past, and I want to tie in what I played earlier from Nancy Pelosi last week, saying that, we need all this massive security, additional spending, the 10-foot fence around the Capitol, because the enemy is within and some of our members don't feel safe. Okay. All right, Nancy Pelosi. Here's a blast from the past, and I mean a real blast. Maxine Waters.
And so let's stay the course. Let's make sure we show up wherever we have to show up. And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
Now, that was back in June of 2018 when she had this crowd in Los Angeles, I think it was, and she was going on and on about getting up in the faces of Trump supporters, Trump administration officials. Remember? There was this rash of experiences in restaurants. Ted Cruz was one of them. I think Kellyanne Conway was one. There was a whole list of them. They were out at restaurants, and people would come up and get in their face and intimidate them. And there was real security concerns around that. Where was Nancy Pelosi then? And now, to be fair, Maxine was not the only one. Here's another blast from the past.
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price. You won't know what hit you if you go forward with these awful decisions.
Now, we didn't have to go as far back in the past for that one. That was now the Senate Majority Leader, Chuck Schumer, talking about Kavanaugh and Gorsuch, that they would pay the price for, this was at a pro-abortion rally out in front of the Supreme Court in March of last year. Pay the price? Remember, there was a lot of conservatives that raised the question, what did you mean by that? Pay the price. There's a double standard here, folks. What is happening, and we talked about this earlier with Senator Cotton, the left is trying to leverage what happened on the 6th of January by some yahoos that do not represent conservatives, do not represent Christians, do not represent the patriots who love this country and have been willing to defend it at all. These people should be punished to the fullest extent of the law. But the rest of us, we should not have our rights infringed upon, and we should not, under no circumstance, allow the left to intimidate us into silence. We must continue to stand firm, speak truth to those who are in power today and those who will be in power tomorrow. This is our country, and we will not shrink back in silence. We cannot allow them to intimidate us.